Hi my beauties, welcome back to my channel. So today I have for you guys my very last video for 2015. So I wanted to do a tutorial for you guys for New Year's, something that you guys can have an option to do. It's a very smoky blue eyeshadow look that is absolutely gorgeous and perfect for that night. So let's go ahead and get started. So first I'm going to start with the eyes as always, and I'm going to start out with my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. This is one of my absolute favorite primers, and I'm going to be applying it all over my entire lid with a brush. Next, after that, I'm going to take my Too Faced Stardust palette and take this light brown shade, and I'm going to be applying this on my crease to act out as a transition color, and I am blending this all the way from the inner corner to the outer part of my eye with a Sigma E40, so make sure you blend that out very nicely in the crease. And then after that, I'm going to take a little bit of tape. You can use surgical tape, anything that can actually make a sharp line at the outer part of your eye, because we're not going to be using an eyeliner, so any tape will work. Then after that, I'm going to take a dark brown eyeshadow, and I'm going to be concentrating this on the outer part of my eye. So since we have the tape, you don't have to be very careful with it, and just try not to go past your crease or anything. Just try to concentrate it on that outer part of your eye and you'll be good. But yeah, so just try to keep it as close as you can to the outer part of your eye and not to try to go overboard on your eyelid. So then after that, I'm going to take this black eyeshadow also from the Stardust palette, and I'm going to concentrate it on the outer part of my eye, applying it basically on top of the dark brown eyeshadow, and this is going to create a lot of dimension in our eye. So just keep blending that in there. Since it is a black eyeshadow, you do want to be taking the time to blend this out, right? And then if you want, you could go back in there with other brushes to blend it out. But then after that, I'm going to take my Fix Plus and dip it into this beautiful blue eyeshadow from the Artist Palette from Makeup Forever, and I'm going to be using this for all over my entire lid. This is going to be like basically the star of the show. So apply this all over your entire lid where you haven't applied any eyeshadow, and you want to make sure you kind of don't go past above your crease, or just stop right before you're gonna get there, because we are gonna be blending this upwards. So you don't want the blue eyeshadow necessarily all over your crease, because if not, the eyeshadow will go all the way to the top. So just stop a little bit there, and then with the dark brown eyeshadow, you're just gonna fill in the gap and start blending this, and it's gonna look so nicely. And then with the outer part, so we could combine the colors together, just take your brush and blend backwards. Now for our highlight, I'm gonna take this white eyeshadow also from the Artist Palette from Makeup Forever and pop this right on my brow bone and as well on the inner corner of my eye, and I find that it looks beautiful. It just makes your eyes pop, so it's really good. But if you want, you could wait for this step on the inner corner after you are done applying your concealer. I kind of forgot I didn't have concealer, but I did reapply it after that. But yeah, so just keep touching up, blending, make sure that everything is well nicely blended out. And then after that, you can remove your tape, and then we're gonna coat our lashes with a little bit of mascara to prepare them for the falsies. I did leave my falsies drying for a bit, so for right now we're gonna move on to our face. So I'm gonna start with this primer by Jouer, and this is the anti-blemish matte primer, and I'm gonna be applying this all over my entire face with my fingers. And then after that, we're gonna move on to foundation. So for foundation, I'm using this one by NARS. This is the All Day Weightless Luminous Foundation, and I'm using the shade Punjab. And then with this foundation, I find that if you apply it with a damp beauty blender or a sponge, it just gives you a flawless finish. So that's what I basically did. And then after that, I'm gonna move on to my concealer. So I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. It's my favorite. So of course, I'm also gonna be blending it out with the damp beauty blender, or not the beauty blender, because this one is called the contour sponge. But yes, I'm just basically blending it out. And then after that, I'm gonna do a little bit of contouring. So for that, of course, I'm using the Pure Cosmetics contour and highlighting stick, and I'm only going to be taking the contour side, and I'm just going to be contouring the sides of my forehead, sides of my cheeks, and also my nose. So I'm just blending that out as well with the damp contour sponge. And then after that, my lashes were ready, so I just went ahead and popped those on. The lashes I did end up using were, of course, Scarlet lashes from Huda Beauty. You guys know that these are my absolute favorite. They look so beautiful, and they kind of did remind me of the House of Lashes iconic for some reason. But then after that, I'm going to set my whole under eye concealer with the Laura Mercier translucent powder, and I am taking a big fluffy brush to apply this, and as well to set my T-zone. And then after that, I'm going to take my Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, taking the middle shade just to set everywhere where I have contoured with the contour stick. And as well, taking a smaller brush to set where my nose is. And now to blend out my face, I did use that powder brush to just, you know, blend everything nicely. And then for my blush, I did go a little bit overboard. I hadn't forgotten that how pigmented these blushes were. But I did try fixing it by taking my powder brush and just running it over on top of the blush. That way I could tone it down, you know. And then after that, I did take my highlighter from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the color So Hollywood and apply this on the highest points of my face. And then going back to the eyes, I'm going to take a black eyeliner and I'm going to start lining my waterline, and as well take it a little bit underneath my waterline. That way we can start creating a very smoky bottom lash line. Since I'm not going to use the blue eyeshadow on my lower lash line, I'm just going to use a black eyeshadow to set that eyeliner and then just start smoking it out, and as well taking the dark brown eyeshadow just to kind of make it fade away. So then after that, just to finish off the eyes, I'm going to take my mascara and finish off the eyes like this. Then for my lips, I decided to go with nude lips again because I want the attention on the eyes. So I'm first lining them with my lip liner by MAC. This one is in the color Strip Down. And then for my lipstick, I did use this one by L'Oreal. It's the JLo lipstick and it's absolutely gorgeous. It's a very beautiful nude and as well gives you kind of like a glossy finish. So yeah, after you're done with your lips, you are all done with this tutorial. I hope that you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, don't forget to give me a huge thumbs up. I hope that you guys have an amazing and safe new year. Thank you guys so much for all your love and support and for subscribing to my channel. You guys have made 2015 such an amazing year for me, so I can't thank you guys enough. So with that, my loves, thank you guys so much for watching. As always, I love you guys so much, and I'll see you guys next year. Bye. Mwah.